Welcome back to the show, the eternal show. We're never gonna die, we're gonna live forever. I had an apple brought for dinner and some pierogi. The pierogi I had was potato, it was so goody. Like pierogi, I made a rhyme with pierogi and good. I'm a poet. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's too high. Why do you need smackay on this 420?
Because
it is 420.
Oh, it is 420. Con leche escuela mañana.
Happy 420.
Happy 420.
Woo-hoo.
You know what else it is today? It's Doge Day. You know what Doge Day is, Jesse?
Is it
my phone's
when you
almost
celebrate that
goddamn.
meme of the Doge?
It is the day when everyone who has Dogecoin, which is a Bitcoin, it's a joke based off of, cryptocurrencies. And
That really got rich recently,
oh,
right?
it went crazy recently. From the beginning of the year, it's gone from below a cent to now it's like peaked at like over 46 cents at one point in the last week. But today's supposed to be the day when everyone drives it to go over $1 a share.
Ooh, $1.
And instead, it fucking tanked. And everyone was an idiot. And I feel like a used condom. Because I pumped some money into it at like 38. I think I'm at 38 cents right now is my average share price. And right now it's like down in the 33s. And I'm like, I feel like an idiot. Happy 420.
Should have sold your Dogecoin.
Oh, my fucking Doge. But you know what else was today? There was an Apple event, and there were some sexy new iMacs shown off. There was some sexy AirTags shown off. There was some sexy iPad Pro shown off. What?
Derek Chauvin, the killer of George Floyd, was found guilty on all counts.
Yes! Happy Doge Day.
I'm excited. Happy Doge 20. Oh, that's fantastic. All right. Welcome. It's time for me to welcome you all. Welcome back to the show, the eternal show. We're never going to die. We're going to live forever. Do you want me to just go through? I ate an apple brat.
No, we don't have to.
Oh, man. Welcome to AAWI, the And Also With You podcast from Affable Idiots. We're two of those. We're 2/3 of the Affable Idiots right here.
You're so
sitting before you. Every week, join us and all your other lifelong friends as we laugh together. Share secrets. My dog headbutted me in the mouth yesterday, and it was an accident. And, I have a cut on the inside of my mouth from my tooth.
Oh,
the
my
bitch headbutted me.
From your tooth or her tooth?
My tooth. It was in bed because, wasn't yesterday. It was Sunday. She was really sick. But yesterday, she was in the bed. So we let her in the bed at like 6 in the morning for like some cuddles before we get up. And she was laying down and I'd leaned over to give her a hug. And as I was leaning over, she like whipped her head back to sit up and just like bopped me right in the mouth.
Good old dogs whip their head back and forth.
She did. I'm not mad at her. She didn't do it on purpose. It's not like when she gets mouthy with me and does that shit on purpose. So, okay. She's so sweet. But that's my secret. I have a secret. That's the one. We're also going to strengthen our friendships. Your tongue is so skinny.
You love it, don't you?
Well, now it's wide. But stick it out like you just were. You have a weird... Ew! How do you make it so skinny, even in the back? You guys, if you want some hot tongue action... That is weird, Mike. If you want to see some
have a really good tongue control.
tongue action, go watch this on YubTub. Oh my gosh. That is... How do you make it so skinny at the back even, and then so wide? It's like flubber.
That's what they call.
Does it bounce? Does it bounce like flubber? Yes, it does. To
Yes.
answer my question, it does. Blech. So that's Mike's secret. He's got a weird tongue. He got a fucked up
great
tongue. Boom! Well, that strengthened our friendship. If nothing else in our lives have strengthened our friendship, that did. And that has happened on this off-color Mr. Rogers-esque Wire show. Mr. Rogers-esque The Wire show. I'm one of your hosts, Jesse Neal. That's me. And with me here, I have Chad Mikhail Innes.
Howdy. Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
I was going to
And
say
all
Ola Coca-Cola, but then I feel like I've done that too many times tonight. I said howdy, and I'm like, fuck, now what do I say? Mountain Dew.
Yeah, the fans are getting so bored. You should see the messages I've received. Like, can you please get Chad Mikhail Innes to stop saying Coca-Cola? Coca-Cola even sent a cease and desist. JK, Rowling is canceled.
Trans people.
Yep. So it's the two of us and all you lifelong friends listening and watching across the world. I'm so happy to be here with all of you.
And also with you.
Mike, I'm going to start today by asking you a pregunta.
Okay. That's a pregnant.
And I want you to answer honestly.
Speak Spanish.
Right. It's a pregnant. I'm going to ask you a pregnant. Want you to answer honestly now.
Okay. Boy Scouts, Honor Scouts, salute, 3 fingers. My horn can pierce
Unicorn.
the sky.
You're so weird. Ugh. Okay. If suddenly the butthole is not where poop came out anymore,
Whoa.
and you had to choose between pooping out your ears or pooping out your... I'm making this up on the fly.
I can tell.
I would say nostrils. Ooh, no, I take it back. Between pooping out your nose and pooping out your tear ducts, which would you choose?
Oh,
Yeah,
my.
I wanted to make it real bad. I was going to say ears and nose, but the choice is obviously ears, so you don't have to smell it so much in your nose, right?
Well, that was... I'm not sure about the ears and nose, but the tear duct, I think, is the way to go. For 2 reasons. For many reasons. You don't have to smell it like permanently. Like you can cry it out and be done.
It's gonna get all in your eyes, though.
Yeah, well,
you're
of
gonna
course, but
get a little bit and blink, and you're just gonna have shit eye. You're gonna get pink eye all the time.
But listen, eye wash stations are a pretty normal thing. So you can just hold your eyes up and go and get water in your eyes, rinse them out. It's pretty easy. Think about the shit that's going to get lodged in your nose hairs, in your sinuses. You're going to be smelling it forever. You're going to be tasting
That's
it.
true.
So you're going to get that postnasal drip, and you're going to have diarrhea coming down your throat.
Congestion. I would take congestion to a whole nother level.
Oh, yeah. Congestion is now constipation.
Yep, exactly.
Yep.
And you sneeze and have runny nose out your butt.
Yep. And then, if you poop out your tear ducts, then you can always, like pinch yourself or eat something spicy, make yourself cry as basically your eye bidets.
Eye bidet.
Yep.
That's a good point. Yep. Oh, now I'm just imagining like poop, just like looking over and like, Mike, you have a little something. I'm sorry. I couldn't hold it anymore. And you're just like, I don't know, like pooping in class. Do you think and you'd have farts too, though. I imagine you'd have farts too. And so your tear duct, you just get like a big puff of air across your eye. Oh, all right. Well, this podcast has started off amazingly.
Yep. Perfect.
But what say we get ourselves into a little healthy competition?
Yes, let's.
Last week, we played America's favorite game, Shia, Shania, Zendaya, where I had to guess from a description of a film or television show what it was and which of the 3 was in it. I did it better than I expected.
You did pretty good.
So that's
pretty
good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. This week, we're going to play a little game. I'm trying to pull up the sound bite. I really screwed the pooch on this. No! Ah! I did a bad job. Okay, this week we're going to play a game called Law and Order BSD. Bullshit Detective.
Ooh. I've
And
been told
in
there's a
this,
theme song.
I have two. Yeah, we've got a song here that
Okay.
a little sound bite that I'm going to play for us. But we have 7 rounds. In each round, there are 2 descriptions of an episode of Law and Order.
Okay.
One is real, one is fake.
Okay.
And you just have to guess which one's which. It's not easy.
Okay.
I didn't write these. This is courtesy of Kase Saska.
One of
All
them,
right. Are we
they're
ready?
identical, but one of them just says iced tea is in it, and the other one says ice cube is in it.
Yeah. Yep. Nobody knows. And one says vanilla ice, but that's the third one and we took it out. Law and Order, baby. All right, are you ready to see
Ready.
how good of a bullshit detective you are?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, round 1. Law and Order original series. That's what these are from.
Okay. All of them,
this
or just
round.
this round? Okay.
Just this round. Okay. From the episode Class Warfare that aired in 1993. Can you believe it? A valedictorian turns up dead after chess club. I know. The top suspects are 3 classmates vying for top of the class, but all have an unbreakable alibi, an archaeological dig. And option 2, Bottomless, from 2008. An investigation into a pair of missing pants unveils the murder of a young lawyer. The detectives turn their suspicions to a businessman who works for a shady multinational corporation called Saving Smart.
Ooh.
Which is real and which is
What
fake?
was the year on the second one?
2008.
Oh my. Okay. So I'm going to say that the second one is fake. No, sorry, the second one is real. The second one is real. The one about Saving Smart and the missing pants.
Okay.
The archaeological dig is just too normal. It's just too normal for a wacky game.
Too normal.
Yep.
Too normal.
Final answer.
Final answer. I wasn't going to tell you until you said final answer because that's
Well, I said it, Regis.
from a
R.I.P.
game. R.I.P. You are correct. Bottomless is the real one. Do you ever watch these shows? I never have.
Trebek. Also, rest in peace, Trebek. All the old white game show hosts are dying.
Are dying. What's going to happen when Drew Carey goes?
Oh my God, Drew Carey, Pat Sajak,
Is he not dead? Who's Pat Sajak?
Wheel of Fortune guy.
Is he?
Yep. Pat Sajak. I know
yeah,
that because
that
I was the understudy for a role in Now Hear This, and one of the songs was about a kid who really, really wanted to meet and be Pat Sajak.
He's 74.
74.
Born in Chicago. Emphasis on that. All right. Round 2. Art thou
Fight.
ready, Trebek?
Yes.
Round 2. This is from the Criminal Intent series. Law and Order, Criminal Intent.
Okay.
The episode titled Tanks, 2002, the year.
I hope it's about tank tops.
I don't know. Let's read it and find out. Gorin must get 2 serial rapists, played by Steve Buscemi and Billy Baldwin, to snitch to find a murderer in hiding. However, the 2 men are bound by their experiences serving in Korea with the suspect.
Oh, bound by glory, bound by God. Papa
Bound by
John's.
glory, bound by God, Papa John's. So Tanks is going up against Want, which aired in 2004.
Okay.
A man driven to torture, murder, and cannibalism by loneliness played by Neil Patrick Harris, is up for the death penalty. However, Gorin engineers his confession in order to spare the man's life.
I have 2 questions. What's the year on the second episode again?
2004.
2004. Okay. My second question is a statement. The first one is real. Here's why.
Yes, tell us why.
I really want a team-up episode of Steve Buscemi and Billy Baldwin together to be a real thing. So I've decided...
As rapists.
Yes, as serial rapists. I want that to be a thing. So I've decided that the first one is real, and the second one, little Doogie Howser, Neil Patrick Harris, not a thing.
Not real?
Finally.
You have to say the words.
Yep.
Yes! You're not right. You're wrong. You're so wrong.
Poopsicles!
Neil Patrick Harris did play a man driven to torture, murder, and cannibalism by loneliness.
That was the second thing.
Can you believe it?
Driven to cannibalism by loneliness. Who is he eating if he's lonely?
That's what I had the same thought. I don't know. Maybe he goes out and like kills people. He's a torturer and a murderer. I imagine he goes and gets them, tortures them, kills them, eats them up.
I am a torturer. I am no longer a torturer. I have left that behind. Let me torture him. It's in my blood. I'm a torturer. I am not a torturer anymore.
Oh, Saeed. Sweet, sweet Saeed. All right, round 3. You
Fight.
ready?
Yes.
Fight.
Coca-Cola.
Okay. This one is also from Law and Order, the original series.
Okay.
The first episode on the chopping block, as it were, is Slice from 1998.
Oh, I hope it's named after the orange soda.
Definitely. Even if it's not, it is. The investigation of a murder-suicide involves 2 teenage girls involved in cutting their arms. Sorry, that always gets me. Okay, so the investigation of a murder-suicide involves 2 teenage girls involved in cutting their arms. The case hinges on which of the girls' scars can be identified by a witness who was on ecstasy at the time.
Ooh. Ecstasy, Molly, MDMA, mixed martial arts.
Slice.
Orange soda.
Full circle. So Slice is up against Encore from 1996.
Entourage.
Entourage. Not yes, Encore. I see where your brain went. I see what happened. I was like, no, oh wait, yep, I get it. Okay. A jogger killed in Central Park is the second wife of a former comedy club owner who was acquitted of killing his first wife.
That is a lot of descriptors for their relationship.
And we're not. Yep, it is. And we're not even done yet. I mean, the relationship part is done. So convicting him this time hinges on tracing the path of a Colombian coin used as a subway token. A subway token. Bah, the 90s.
Yeah. I've already forgotten Slice. Oh, arm cut. Got it. Arm cut girls. Yes. Which one has the right pattern? Tiger stripes.
Yeah, person was on ecstasy. Molly.
Person's on ecstasy. She has to identify the slices on her arms. Not real. Not real. Not fun enough for a procedural crime drama who's running out of ideas by 1998 or 1996. Sorry, is when the next one.
Slice was 98. Encore's 96. Running out of ideas. Yeah, this show's gone on forever, hasn't it?
Entourage is the real episode. Colombian subway
Entourage
token.
Isn't. Because there is
Encore.
no Entourage episode.
Encore Stepansky. That was a person that I went to scouts with. What's the name? Corey Matthews. That's the Boy Meets World.
Corey Matthews.
Yeah, final answer. Final answer. Encore.
You're correct.
Fuck
Encore
yeah, I am.
Is the correct. Nope, I said 0 points. You got 1 point because you got it right. Way to go. You're 2 for 3 right now.
A kid in King Arthur's Court. Get it?
Oh, I see what you...
I took the word encore, split it in half.
Is your brain tired? Your tongue is weird.
My tongue could be
It's so upsetting. It's so upsetting.
I'm going to swap the battery for this light out real quick. I'm listening. Keep going.
Okay. All right. Round 4 also comes from Law & Order, the original series. The first episode on the chopping block is Thin Ice from 2000. A high school hockey coach is killed by a player's dad for not giving him enough playtime. The case leads to the defense insisting the father acted because of, quote, sports rage.
Sprage?
Sprage. Sprage McGillicuddy. Did you get all of it?
Yes. Thin Ice, sports rage.
Sports rage. And the second episode on the deck, Old Soul, which premiered in 2001. The murder of a 100-year-old Jamaican man leads the detectives to his past as a voodoo priest. They uncover a trail of ritual killings by the old man and an accomplice to gain immortality.
Definitely the right one. That last one, immortality, voodoo, who do you voodoo, moo moo, is a long t-shirt.
Well, hoodoo and voodoo are two different types of, I guess, religion and magic. Magic religion.
Magic
So
with
you
a
said
K.
hoodoo, voodoo, moo moo. Ooh, no, you could do hoodoo, voodoo, Mew Mew, the fashion designer, and Mew Mew made the shirt.
Oh, poo poo. Think twice before you poo poo it. That's from Rent. Yeah, the second one definitely is fantastical.
Final answer?
Funalancea.
You are incorrect.
Poop in my shoes.
Casey made up the second one. The first one is real.
Fudgy McFudgerson.
Somebody tried to Dorsey. Somebody tried to say sports rage was real. Probably a white.
Dorsal fin. Do you talk to him on the phone? You call him?
Weird.
When's the last time you watched Ace Ventura? Let's watch that together.
Years and years. Let's do it. We can have we can just like watch it over the internet together. I've seen advertisements for some weird thing you can pay for so that kids can watch cartoons with their grandfather. I forget what it's called, but it's a thing. I've seen it. I saw the commercial on the television when I was visiting my familia in Hickory.
All right.
Are you ready for round 5?
Yeah.
Give it to me, Jimmy. Yeah. This is from Law & Order, SVU.
Special Victims Underwear.
Unit Underwear.
Unit's a euphemism for penis and balls.
Penis. And balls.
And balls.
Yeah, that's the whole unit, I guess.
The whole package.
Accoutrement.
The whole accoutery. The whole charred cootery board.
Ooh. It's a charred penis? That sucks for the person.
No, it's a charred cooter.
That sucks. Ooh, that still sucks. The cooter burger?
I ate a burger one time.
Okay. Back on track.
Okay, sorry.
The episode first on deck is A Single Life from 1999. A teen model is found beaten, raped, and dumped in front of a hospital. Ooh. The detectives find a high level of drugs in her system. This leads them to her modeling agency, where the girl was kicked out for being, quote, too heavy. Stabler deals with the suspected anorexia of his daughter. That's the first episode.
Wait a minute. The episode is about a father dealing with the maybe my daughter's anorexic and not who the fuck beat and raped my daughter.
Oh, no, it wasn't his daughter. So the model, the case with the model who was beaten and raped and was kicked out for being too heavy brings to the forefront.
And then the detective has gotcha. Okay.
It's the connection.
Got it.
It's the connection.
What's the year on that one?
1999.
Okay. It's kind of early to be talking about, not fat shaming people. 99, we were very much about saying everyone should be a toothpick.
Honestly, until recently.
Yeah.
The media has been very much that way, which isn't good. It's good to be not that. The second episode on deck is Circuits from 2001.
I'm a circuits clown.
Let me... When I read Circuits, I was like, make sure you don't say circus. Make sure you don't say circus. Okay. Munch enlists the help of a whiz-kid cyber hacker played by Frankie Muniz to track down a man who lures young girls to hotels over instant messenger. Stabler deals with his young daughter's reckless use of online messaging.
What's the year on the second one?
2001.
2001. Right in the prime of Frankie Muniz's career. Actually, it was maybe beforehand. When did Malcolm in the Middle come out?
That's a good question. When did Malcolm and
The show
the Middle
Malcolm
come
in
out?
the Middle come out.
2000.
2000.
January
oh,
9th,
so it was
2000.
right after that Star. So I'm going to say I want that to happen for him, even though he probably doesn't remember it today. And a
Poor guy,
WizKid
his memory
Instant
loss.
Messenger, I want that to be real. So I'm going to say the second one is a real Law and Order, is it Special Victims, CI?
Penis. Special Victims Penis.
Special Victims Penis. That's the
SVU.
one. Final answer.
No points this time.
No! Why do you hate Frankie?
Because he should have been better in that movie where he got where the other guy from Sideways was in it and he got all blue. What's his name?
Oh, he played like the principal? No, something I don't remember.
What's this guy's name? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna feel so stupid when I see it. I mean, I
Paul
know
Giamatti?
the Paul Giamatti. Yes.
Paul Giamatti, Frank
He
the
was
Body
in a movie
Giamatti.
with Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti, Frank the Body Giamatti. I had a
what was
burger
that movie?
one
I always get-
time.
I always get that movie mixed up with Snow Day, which I believe was also a Frankie Muniz joint. Right?
I don't know.
I went on the Universal Studios backlot tour in California, and I was on the set where at the end of that movie where Paul Giamatti gets hit by the giant wall of water, I was on a trolley, and they released the same water that he got hit by. And that water hit the trolley.
He was not in Snow Day.
Frankie Muniz was not?
No. Maybe should I Google Frankie Muniz?
Big Fat Liar.
That's the one I'm thinking of,
Yes,
where
it
Paul
is.
Giamatti was blue.
Snow Day cast.
I'm just Googling Frankie Muniz winter movie.
Okay, here's a real thing. I often get Paul Giamatti and disgusting Paul Giamatti, a.k.a. Chris Elliott, mixed up. Chris Elliott is in Snow Day. Paul Giamatti's in Big Fat Liar.
Yes. Chris Elliott, I hated until Schitt's Creek.
I still
now I
kinda
really
hated
like
him
him.
in Schitt's Creek.
I mean,
Yes,
he's gross.
and he has Top Billy. He played the Snowplow Man. Who were the kids? Chevy Chase was in it. He's a bad person now. He's canceled. Who were the kids in that movie?
In
Problem is,
what movie we're talking
everyone
about
on
now?
this IMDb page is now grown up, and now I don't recognize them by their photos.
Are you still looking at Big Fat Liar?
No, I'm looking at Snow Day.
Oh, right. Well, Josh Peck from Jake and Josh is in
Is
it,
that
apparently.
Josh?
Yeah. That's that Josh. Chevy Chase, he was a child in that movie.
I don't recognize the children at all based on the movie cover. So, who the fuck knows?
Fuck cares or knows. All right, round 6, the penultimate round. Also
It's a great
from
app.
Law and Order SVU.
Oh, Svu.
The
I was
first
about to ask,
episode.
are they both from SVU? But one of them's not even fucking real. So what does it matter?
Exactly. So, yes. The first episode is Prodigy from
Oh,
2002.
Prodigy.net.
.com. Prodigy.net.com.
My mom's first email address was leader@prodigy.net. She got leader at prodigy.net.
That's great. That's amazing. Good for your mom.
Yeah.
Good for her. Now, in this episode which aired in 2002,
Okay,
a
that's
man
important.
and woman were a what?
I said, okay, that's important.
It's so important.
Mm-hmm.
A man and woman are stabbed during a romantic park encounter. The detectives discover the crime scene was staged, and the woman was an animal rights officer for the Manhattan Federation for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. This leads them to a young animal torturer played by Boardwalk Empire's Michael Pitt, with a troubled relationship to the woman. Or String from 2009. A brilliant black wheelchair-bound physicist, played by Preacher's Ruth Negga, is found raped and beaten in an alley. The psychological damage keeps her from revealing the attacker. Suspects emerge, including a rival wheelchair-bound physicist, a jealous dean, and an alcoholic ex-husband.
What was the year on the second episode again?
2009.
What? See, the thing that you read the first description, and I'm like, little known fact, Boardwalk Empire wasn't out in 2002, so why would that be referenced in the description of the episode? And then you went and threw Ruth Negga and Preacher out there in the second one. I'm like, well, fuck, that one also wasn't out by then. You tricky bajingy.
Somebody must have gone back through and put it in there to say, just so you know, this is that person. I don't know.
Okay.
Or they're both fake. I'm just kidding. That's not going to ever happen.
Here's how I know. How do I know which one is the bullshit? Here's how I know which one's the bullshit. Nobody knows who the fuck Ruth Negga is. She's only ever been on Preacher. And you and I know her. And Casey.
Has she only been on Preacher?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen her in anything else. You've been showing Casey Preacher recently. Therefore, she's top of mind for him. Therefore, he made one up and put her in it. Therefore, Boardwalk Empire, the first episode, is the real one. Final answer.
That's correct. Also, Ruth Negga's not canceled for playing a wheelchair-bound person. So, although seemingly nobody gets canceled for doing that. Because it's still happening. It was also 2009. That's true. Well, it wasn't, though, because it didn't happen.
We were an ignorant species. Oh, you're right.
Species. Emphasis on she.
Nietzsche.
Herstory.
Species. Spee peoples.
Spee peoples. All right. This is the last round. Round 7. So far, you are
species or species?
I think I say species.
Species?
Because that's how it's pronounced.
Species.
Do you say feces? Or do you say feces?
But there's an I in species, but there's not in feces.
That's true. That we know of. What if we've been spelling it wrong?
I'm going to look it up while you read the next description. I'm listening, I promise.
Hold on. 2. I'm just looking to see how many points you've gotten. You have 3 points. Is that right? You got 1 right?
Oh, shit.
You got 3 right.
According to Google, you Google how to pronounce species, and it comes up with a big old box, and it says spee, S-P-E-E, she's, S-H-E-E-Z, species.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm going to Google it myself. I don't trust you. You're a man. Huh. I'm going to go to Merriam-Webster.
If you click on grammarphobia.com, it says both are correct and both are acceptable. But
this is
that's
a real ancient kind of thing.
No, because, well, maybe.
Because ancient, I think, isn't that how you say it? And it's right?
Ancient.
Oh, yeah. According to Merriam-Webster, you can say either species or species. I don't like it. Species. feces. I'm going to say feces from now on.
Fishies. I love goldfishies.
Gold feces. Oh, yeah, that's good too. Okay. You're 3 for 6. Let's pound out this 7th round, shall we? Pound it out.
Pound me.
Also from Law & Order SV Penis. We have 2 episodes up for grabs. The first is Avatar, which aired in 2007.
Ooh.
A girl who plays online role-playing games goes missing. Her boyfriend, a suspect, is discovered to suffer from, in quotes, sexsomnia, which caused him to attempt to rape the victim's sister. To locate the girl, detectives Benson and Stabler log on to the web and use her avatar to track the kidnapper down.
Okay.
The next episode, Stilts and Stones, also from 2007. A young girl is found raped and beaten. That seems to happen a lot. A young girl is found raped and beaten at Au La Vue, a popular French-themed circus show at Madison Square Garden. Her refusal to identify her attacker leads the detectives to probe a decades-long feud between 2 rival circus families who favor stilts versus juggling.
Number 2 is fake. Because there's no reason why you can't juggle on stilts. And in fact, many clowns do.
But what if these clowns don't believe in mixing the best
also,
of both worlds?
A circus at Madison Square Park? No, it was Madison Square Garden. Madison what square?
Garden.
Garden. Oh. I'm not buying it. I'm going to say James Cameron's Avatar in 2007, logging onto the World Wide Web, is the real Law & Order SVU episode.
God. Final answer?
Final answer.
You got 4 points out of this game. You got it right.
Chicken noodle soup!
With a 4-point soda on the side.
Oh, over half. I got over half.
That was fun. Thank you for playing. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Good job. You did better than I did when Casey was reading me those. Like, I don't fucking know. They're all ridiculous. And a lot of women and a lot of girls get raped, beaten, and murdered on this show, apparently.
God.
Ugh. All right, friends, family.
I bet watching Law & Order SVU is where all those rapists get the idea from.
Yeah,
if they'd stop showing it on television, people would stop doing it.
Television anymore. Nobody should watch television. Nobody should watch movies. We're all too impressionable.
Yes.
We're like babies. We're like spunges. Spunk.
Don't say spunk and babies in the same thing.
Spunk is what makes babies. Spunk and an egg. Egg spunk. Yep. Grody. All right. What say we move on down the line?
I say oui. That's French for yes.
Oui for yes. For French. For birds. We can pickle that. It's beets. Moving on to our honest discussion. Last week we talked about what we did to entertain ourselves on long road trips. Growing up, currently, in general. It was fun. I got to reminisce about all the things that I did. Mike got to reminisce about the things that he did. He had all the video games in the car. It was great. This week, Mike has brought to the tableau the topic of predicting the next revolutionary device. Why don't you take it away?
Jesse, I was thinking a lot today at the dinner table at 8:11 p.m. when I told you I would meet you at 8:15 p.m. And I said, what am I going to do today?
Yeah, that happens.
And then I started thinking about the phone in my hand. And I said, 100 years ago, phones were a novelty. I don't know. Were they invented 100 years ago? I think so. They were a novelty. And you could call people on a landline from a fixed position if you had the right number and they had a connection. Now,
1876. Yeah.
See? Told you. Fucking told you. Now,
Boocha.
Your phone can scan a room with LiDAR in an instant. It can deep fake people's faces onto other people with the touch of a button. It can record feature films. It can do crazy computational shit. And it's a phone still. So I then thought, what else has kind of done that? Watches. They used to be these mechanical little pieces of shit that no one wanted to wear because you could tell the time by the sun. Why do you need a wristwatch?
I cut my wrists off. I just have a hand attached to my arms.
So watches now, they read your blood oxygen level. There are studies if they can detect COVID preemptively. All sorts of crazy things that watches can do. And then I thought, what's the next big thing? Well, glasses, they can help you see better. They can help you read better. Google Glass tried to get into that game and make that augmented reality, all that kind of shit.
It didn't really happen, though, did it?
Didn't really take off, no.
But they tried. And that's half the battle.
That's exactly right. I want us to think of the next mundane piece of shit thing and try to determine in 100 years what might this thing be. Like, if this becomes the next big thing in technology, what might it do?
What if, somebody creates a thing where books, for somebody who, likes stories but doesn't want to read, or wait for it to inevitably get turned into a movie or a television show, you can, buy the book, and then there's some sort of a system that just animates it for you immediately, and then you can watch it. I don't know. I feel like that's not the best way. It would probably just be pre-animated, but
a
computer system that animates it for you.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe it's something that a device that you attach to the book, and it projects a little hologram of the action.
Yeah.
And it uses machine learning to make brand new voices for all the characters, and they're all distinct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
For you don't love to read, you like to read certain things, but it's not you'd rather watch stuff. But there are some really cool stories in books that you are missing out on. And myself, because I can only read so much. I mean, it takes a while to read. I mean, it takes me a week or two to read a book. Wow, you can watch a movie of a book in a 2 hours.
In a 2 hours.
Just think of all the stories we could consume.
I like it. I like that a lot. I have not prepared anything ahead of time for this, so I'm just looking around my room, looking for random things. What about pens? I feel like I feel like we're right on the cusp of pens taking off. We started with the quill and ink, writing with a bird feather, and then pencils came out writing with graphite, and now ink pens. And then ballpoint pens, and there are now
fountain pens.
They can give you drinks. There are pens with 13 colors on them that you can pick a color.
Ooh, yes.
But there are now pens that you're not only writing things or drawing things, you are creating 3D things. There are 3D printing pens that you can make structures in 3D space with a pen. What if pens, there's a way that a pen can you give it a piece of art or an image or something that you want to appear in space in front of you, and you can just simply scribble in the space in front of you and it shows up, and the pen paints it with light
cool.
or with a hologram. Or
if there's a mural that you want on a wall or something in your wall.
Yep.
And it can just put it on the wall.
Yep.
That'd be cool.
Think of it like maybe like laser etching. You know how people they laser etch like engravings onto metal things, or wood burning, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But you could do that with your pen on the wall, and you just.
Oh, that would be so cool.
And
that would be really cool for people like myself who can't draw.
Right.
And if there was like some version of that you could also like somehow tweak to make like to paint, then I would have painted my bedroom in our old apartment 5 times
God.
over.
Right.
Because I could have just had this pen do it. Right? And then you don't need to tape off the things because it's a pen and it's like it's going to be super precise. So it's not going to paint the ceiling.
Yep.
Or the door frame. That'd be pretty cool.
But also, it would have like LiDAR built in, so it could sense the dimensions of the room, and it knows that ceiling's different than the wall. I'm just not going to squirt my paint up there.
That's so cool. That would be really cool. That'd be really cool. What else? What if eventually they come up with like headphone implants? There are already headphones that my brothers have that they don't go in your ears. They touch the bone behind it.
Yeah, bone induction.
And it plays music, through vibration, which is already really fucking cool. But like, what if you can get implants, or it's something that you can like put in your ear and then your ear absorbs it or something, instead of maybe that way you don't have to like have it actually implanted, because that would require being cut into. But like somehow it absorbs into your ear, and you can connect it to whatever your device is, and you just choose what you want, and it plays in your ears. And so that you can, like, that way you can, because that's a good thing about the bone. What did you call it? Bone induction?
Yeah.
Because you can still hear what's going on around you with that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's key, especially for women, and especially for women at night.
Because what we've learned from Law and Order is that there's a lot of women who get beaten and raped. So you need to be aware.
Exactly. That would just be really cool to me. Because, headphone technology is always evolving. I feel like they're on the brink of something. Like, maybe you stick a Q-tip too far in your ear, and that's the headphone, and it's just stuck there forever. I don't know. I feel like there's something coming. Something.
Okay. Mouth guards and or braces. Mm-hmm. So hear me out. Think of an Invisalign tray that you put on your teeth. Maybe you get it personalized, you mold it and put it on your teeth, and you just wear them. And they translate speech as it passes through. It picks up the sound as you're talking, and then it cancels that sound out and plays the translated speech.
That would be cool. There could be some sort of like a chip to, like, it would definitely start as like a mouth guard or like something you have to put in there.
Yeah.
But then eventually maybe it would be like one of Bill Gates' microchips. Because we're already getting those. But like eventually, years and years down the line, it, like phones and everything, it gets smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I'm
cool.
trying to think of things that, like glasses are things that you only need them if you have poor vision, but Google Glass tried to say anyone can wear glasses.
So it's something you just put in.
Yeah. So what can we take other things that are like you only need it for certain circumstances, but now we're trying to normalize wearing it all the time.
What if it's like instead of a mouth guard, it's like something, how like when you you never had braces. You did Invisalign, didn't you? Never had braces, right? So when I had braces, they had like metal around the back of the teeth. Sometimes there were like metal pieces that went around it, around the tooth. It's like, what if there's something you could put in that isn't quite like a thing that goes around your tooth, because if your teeth are tight, you won't do it. But like something that you put maybe in that space right back there, or something that's like you could just put it in a pocket, and it's metal or something. That would be really cool to translate. And because it's in there, maybe even with your mouth closed. I don't know though. That'd be different because if like somebody was talking to me, but my mouth was closed and it can't pick up the sound. But I was thinking because it's right there, it's close to the ear canal, so you could maybe it could also translate and play into you. But this could just tie in with the headphones that I was thinking of before.
Yep.
And then it translates like the headphones, like these AirPods, and presumably what you have on as well, your new AirPods or whatever they're called.
AirPods Max.
They're not AirPods. They're fucking headphones. You can tell Steve Jobs I said so. I know.
Jesse, you said so. Get it because you're the best Steve Jobs.
I am the best Steve Jobs. You're right. You're so true. But, I mean, like, these have microphones on them, so it can pick up sound from me talking and whatever. Yeah, I think the mouth thing and the ear thing eventually, like, maybe they don't come out at the same time, but one comes out and then the other one comes out with the capability to sync with that so that it can translate if you're somewhere else. It can translate into whatever language you need.
Yep.
That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. Pretty tits, as they say.
Okay. I've got one more. What about, like knee braces, or like maybe you might wear a sleeve on your elbow to like rehab your joints or an injury or something like that. What about ones you can wear that augment your strength depending on the situation? So if you go to your construction job and you need to be able to lift a ton of weight, and maybe you can't lift that weight, but you put on this knee sleeve, all of a sudden it does something to the molecules in your legs and allows you to lift things really, really easily. Or maybe you need to go run, and you need to run faster. Boom, it can just augment whatever it is, or send an electrical signal through your legs and numb them, or whatever it might be. But things that you can put on your joints to give you more strength.
Extra.
Yeah, or extra oomph when the situation calls for it.
You could put one on your index, like on your knuckle, so that you can flick really hard, like an Ant-Man.
Yup.
That would be pretty cool. That would be really cool. I would wear one on my bad ankles, because maybe it would keep my ankles from rolling all the time. Give me strong, centered ankles.
Big, sexy, strong ankles.
Big, sexy ankles. Cankles. Kick-ass ankles.
Kick-ass ankles.
Stupid. Kick-ass ankles. That would be really cool. So far, of all that we've discussed, I'm most into the thing in the mouth that translates and my headphone things.
Yeah. Merging the mouth and the ears.
This would be so cool. And especially with the translating of things.
Yep.
This is so cool.
Truly
it would really
global.
Make traveling easier, post-COVID at least. Gotta get through that.
And wait a minute. What if it works with glasses too, and everything you see automatically gets translated? So street signs, books, all that kind of shit. Ooh. And they all work together to make you one global traveler.
Perfect. The global traveler.
The global traveler.
The Roger.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. Hey, man, for something you came up with 4 minutes before we were supposed to meet, this is great.
Yeah.
I do that. When it comes to topic of conversations, I'm always doing that. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to talk about a lot of the time.
What blew my mind today was at the Apple event, they showed off a new software thing for Apple TV. You know how, like, TVs, whenever they come to you, they might not be calibrated well, or they might not have the right color options, contrast, all that kind of stuff. And rather than having to go into your TV and fix the menu and shit like that, they showed off that you'll put your phone, the screen of your phone, up to the screen of the TV. The phone will read the light coming from the TV, the colors coming from the TV, and it will tell the Apple TV exactly how to display the image at its best.
Weird.
So you don't have to mess with any settings. You just put your phone up to the screen, let it do its thing for a second, and then boom, perfect color balancing, all of that shit, without you having to mess with a single setting.
That's pretty cool.
Right, and I was like,
Apple does a lot of really cool stuff. The AirPods Max, or whatever the fuck that is you're wearing, is a stupid name. They're really cool, but this is a real it comes at night conundrum for me.
What comes at night?
So I'm like, oh, what a cool product. What a shit name. Shit name. That's really cool, though.
Yeah.
Super cool. Soup's cool.
Soup's my poops.
And that's
Pop
ultimately,
slop.
I'm sure. Soup's my poops. What'd you say? Pop slop? Ew,
Pop
no,
slop.
stop it.
That's dad
Listen.
shit.
Spunk. Spunk. Spunk.
Spunk, 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 spunk.
Spunk, 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 spunk,
We are an
sap.
explicit podcast.
Oh boy, our heads are not with our body. Did you lose your license to a DWI? We got
What's a
scooters,
DWI?
huh? High prices. What? Oofa doofa. Just got bit by the love bug. What's it driving you? To drink. Stupid. Okay, I'm sorry for the. We momentarily lost our minds. This brings us to the part of our podcast where I'm going to ask you to please find us on YouTube, like the YouTube channels, and watch our videos there. Even if you don't watch the videos there, just put comments there so that we can see them and laugh and be happy and receive joy.
Yes.
You can also find us on Twitter, not Twitter, but Twitter. With the bluebird. Twitter? Twaha? Baba? Now we're just making sounds.
Yes.
Now we're just making sounds. So on Twitter, you can find us Affable Idiots, Respawn Aim Fire, YouTube. We don't have specific vanity names because we're not vain. Just kidding. We are, but we need you.
We are vain.
We are vain. We need you to like us so that we can get our sweet, sweet, delicious vanity nameplates for our cars. Our YouTube cars.
Also, Alto Balto, Alto, Age of Ultron, Oliver Twist. Go to affableidiots.com. There are direct links to all of those things. If you're like, what is the Twitter handle? What is their YouTube page? But there's also a link for Year of the Guest.
Yes.
Be on our show. Have fun with us. Play a game. Eat some chocolate pie. That's not a euphemism for poop.
Guest.
Be our guest. Speaking of, we have 3 guests already signed up for the next few weeks. So, first come, first serve,
You want to be
y'all.
one of the guests too. Come on. First come, first soft serve. Ice cream. That brings us to the part of our podcast where we're going to part with you positively with a thought.
I've got an image ready, too.
And yeah, there's an image, and it's a really good image. I think it might be the best image of our parting positive thoughts ever. So that's just another reason to go watch this episode on YubTub. You get to see Mike's weird freaking tongue. You get to see this. But this week's parting, oh my gosh, I really hate it. It's so weird. It's almost as bad as when you do the old man licking his. It's awful. It's so bad. Blah. This week's parting positive thought. I'm sorry I'm body shaming you. You've got a beautiful tongue.
You love to watch it walk away, though.
I hate it when you leave, but I love to watch you get the fuck out. This week's parting positive thought comes to you from this beautiful unicorn farting in a yoga pose. Yes. And it says, inhale the good shit. Exhale the bullshit. And that's a motto I live by. I live by it. Just breathe out that bullshit. Get rid of it. Get it away from you and just breathe in the good stuff, you know? Just that good. You know what I mean?
That's good.
That good. Thank you all for joining us on this Tuesday night. We'll see you on Sunday. Well, if you're watching us live on Twitch, we'll see you on Sunday. If you're listening to us, we'll see you at the earliest on Thursday.
That's correct.
The latest, whenever you listen to this between now and the time you die. As always, hugs and kisses.
Hearts and sharts.
Sharty farts.
Hoo-ha. Sharty. Hoo-ha.